The Mystara project is proud to present part 19 of the Characters of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at the Triton Baron of Trasar, Actonius. Actonius was introduced in the 1990 accessory, PC3 The Sea People, in the Sea People book on page 55. The undersea barony of Trasar is located in the south of the Triton kingdom of Tiliureva, in the southeast of the Sunlit Sea. Actonius was born at Castle Trasar in AC 901. His mother, Iona, died during his birth. His grieving father, Baron Manwarius, chose not to remarry. By AC 912, Actonius had grown up to be a sprat, commencing his clerical career at the Temple of Manwara in Trasar, where he learnt the proper rituals to honor the Father of the Oceans. A year later, he had grown to be an urchin, and had been taught how to recognize objects dedicated to immortals, and deal with them respectfully. In AC 914, Actonius became a teenager, and was taught how to ride barracuda by his father. In AC 920, the 120-year war with the devilfish, characterized by small-scale skirmishes and terror attacks, ends inconclusively. The following year, Actonius came of age and joined the military, where he learnt intimidation and basic weapon mastery of the spear and trident. 2 years later, he became skilled with the spear. In AC 926, his father instructed him in the laws of Tiliureva. 6 years later, Actonius was regarded as an expert with the spear. In AC 939, he learnt how to train barracudas from his father. In AC 943, Actonius mastered the use of spears. In AC 950, Tarovra Farmava ascended the Black Pearl throne in the Hall of State at Smar, as Queen of Tiliureva. In AC 954, Actonius completed his spear training, being regarded as a Grand Master of this weapon. In AC 960, his father Manwarius taught him barracuda empathy. In AC 970, Actonius took up the respected hobby of the Triton nobility, barracuda breeding. In AC 976, he married Glaucia. The following year, he completed further weapon training, becoming skilled with the trident. In AC 978, a son, Manwarius Jr., was born. In AC 979, the devilfish raids resume. Actonius leads the Trasar battalion against them. In AC 980, lycanthropy spread from Minrothadan humans to the Sea Peoples. Actonius and other high-level Triton clerics cured the disease via magic on some of the infected weresharks. In AC 982, Actonius became Baron of Trasar, after his father died from a tumor. The majority of the citizens of Trasar supported Actonius as a suitable leader, so no vote to oppose the succession was taken. In AC 989, the Battle of Coom's fight took place between Coom's giant castle and the Triton castle of Calatar. The giant was aided by his giant crab pets and Actonius. They defeated a force of whites and mako sharks, secretly sent by Baron Kaksha of Calatar. In AC 990, Sharkkin raided Actonius's barracuda fish pen. They killed his champion stud barracuda, Celeris, and drove away his herd. Actonius was furious. He led his battalion to hunt down the Sharkkin tribe responsible until none lived. This was the start of his vendetta against the Sharkkin, that have seen many raids against other Sharkkin tribes of the terraces to the south. In AC 998, undead were spotted to the south, and a second son, Belanus, was born. Actonius is a 19th-level Triton cleric, making him arguably the second most powerful Triton in Tiliureva. He is middle-aged, 6 foot tall, and weighs 1,750 coin. Like many Tiliureva citizens, he speaks Triton, the Na trading language, and Minrothadan patois. He is of neutral alignment. His standout ability score is Strength. His wisdom is above average, which is also his prime requisite as a cleric. His above-average charisma has assisted his political and military careers. Triton clerics use the better saving throws of fighters and clerics, and save at a level equal to their actual or notional hit dice. Actual hit dice cap at 10 at 8th level. Notional hit dice are gained every 2 levels beyond 8th level. So Actonius, as a 19th level Triton, has 15 notional hit dice, and saves as a 15th level fighter. He has at least a 60% chance of making any unmodified saving throw. He has a sturdy morale of 9. He has amassed at least 6.896 million experience points, including the points gained up to age 19. As outlined in the history section, Actonius has gained an array of skills, predominantly wisdom-based. They reflect his roles as a cleric of Mystara, a baron, a battalion commander, and a barracuda breeding enthusiast. Like dwarf clerics, triton clerics are essentially fighter clerics, and are permitted to wield the weapons commonly used by the sea peoples, including tridents, lances, spears, short swords, daggers, underwater crossbows, and nets. For spellcasting and turning undead, Actonius has a notional clerical level of 16. He has the ability to turn undead automatically as powerful as spirits, and is capable of destroying devilfish patriarchs and matriarchs. When unencumbered, Actonius can swim at 150 foot per turn whilst exploring. Walking on land with his flukes is slow, at 30 foot per turn unencumbered. He is reasonably robust, with 70 hit points. His base THACO of 5 makes him a formidable warrior once his strength and magical spear grand mastery bonuses are factored in. Man-sized or smaller creatures must save versus death ray or be stunned if hit by his spear. They remain stunned until they successfully make a save versus death ray, which can be attempted once per round. He can throw a spear up to 90 feet. Shellpiece armor protects him with an armor class of 3, the underwater equivalent of plate mail. Actonius can cast up to 6th level spells. If traveling, he usually meditates for word of recall, so he can return to Trasar Castle quickly. He also makes use of Summon Undine to retrieve items or creatures within 500 miles of his castle. He usually meditates for Speak with Animals, to assist his basic communication with his barracuda. Mystara is notorious for not wanting to be pestered by mortals, so Actonius's attempts to commune with him have largely been met with silence. When preparing for battle, he favors striking, barrier, and hold person, plus healing spells. He normally has at least one true sight spell available, for open court judgments, or if his suspicions are aroused. He also uses quest spells to punish some guilty parties at the weekly open court. In combat, he wears shellpiece armor, comprising a conch shell helmet, giant clamshell back and breastplates, and razor shells. He attacks with a returning spear +1, +3 versus reptiles and dinosaurs. Actonius would only throw the spear in a dire emergency, as it only returns if he misses. He has a ring of truthlessness, which he believes is a ring of truth. He also has a potion of poison, which he believes is an antidote. His slate of spell catching can store any spell of 6th level or less, if held up, and Actonius successfully saves versus spells at a +4 bonus, giving him an 85% chance with his wisdom bonus. His great barracuda mount is called Sphyrina. Actonius has a number of strong personality traits. He is highly suspicious, with a reputation as a conspiracy theorist. Most of his suspicions involve the Sharkkin, who he believes are either in league with the Devilfish or the Devilfish leaders. The Triton Council is dismissive of these views, as there is too much evidence of Devilfish attacking Sharkkin. Actonius views these attacks as an elaborate cover-up. He also contends that Sharkkin are responsible for the increase in wereshark numbers over the past 2 decades. Baron Ketas of Nortens supports this view, to deflect attention away from himself as the real cause of the spread of lycanthropy. The grumpy old Baron Marcus of Suege is very vigilant against lycanthropy, and is coming round to Actonius's theory. Actonius has accused Baroness Marcia of Clahars of being in league with the barbarian species, intending to fill Tiliureva with them to destroy the kingdom. Actonius is proud, boasting to all he meets of his exploits as a great warrior. He is vengeful, as demonstrated by his undying vendetta against the Sharkkin. He prefers violent to peaceful solutions, and is described by many as warlike and ferocious. He even has a sadistic streak, killing Sharkkin for fun. He is seen as courageous for leading numerous forays into the terraces. He is dogmatic, believing Mystara blessed the Tritons with magic as his chosen people. Triton traditions must be preserved against the reckless and lawless lesser species, like the fish-thieving Mero and the barbaric Sharkkin. As a cleric, he is reverent of the Father of Oceans. Actonius's daily activities include meditating to Mystara, military training, and barracuda breeding. Once a week, Actonius presides over court, where citizens air their grievances for judgment. If Actonius is unavailable, another triton cleric acts as judge. Spells such as True Sight, Detect Evil, Detect Magic, and Commune may be employed to make the judgment. Actonius can also speak with the deceased, up to 4 years after their death. He also attends barracuda races and goes hunting in his spare time. Actonius attends the quarterly royal court at the Hall of State in Mystara. Here he boasts, aggressively presents his conspiracy theories, and sulks when he doesn't get his way. Actonius often raids the Sharkkin tribes of the terraces, and their ruins of Tarshu. The 22nd of Imont marks the day of Manwara. Actonius presides over ceremonies in the Temple of Manwara in Trasar. He attempts to commune with the Father of Oceans, but is usually disappointed. Occasionally, he will receive a sign from the immortal. Actonius has 6 main goals. First, is to raise his second son, Balanus, to be a cleric of Manwara and a worthy leader of Trasar, who the citizens will not oppose to succeed Actonius. If Balanus proves to be exceptionally intelligent and wise, he may try to groom him as a cleric mage capable of becoming king of Tiluareva. His second goal is to lead the armies of Tiluareva to drive all Sharkkin from the sunlit sea. Third, he seeks to expel the Mero fish thieves from the kingdom and its surrounding waters. Fourth, he dreams of gaining the Father of Ocean's favor, by leading a crusade against the devilfish in the abyss for the glory of the Tritons as Manwara's chosen ones. Fifth, he seeks to improve his weapon mastery of the trident. Finally, he seeks to breed another champion barracuda. Actonius does hire adventurers for missions. Sharkkin characters will have great difficulty in receiving these missions, as they are not permitted within Trasar, and Actonius personally interviews adventurers with the aid of a True Sight spell. Mero adventurers will be subjected to verbal abuse from Actonius and his guards, who refer to them as fish thieves. If Actonius is satisfied with the interview, the PCs will be asked to prove their martial abilities through mock combats with his guards. Mero can expect the guards to use dirty tactics against them. If found worthy, Actonius could act as their patron for a series of adventures. Basic adventures are likely to involve scouting the sea south of Trasar, where nomadic Sharkkin shark riders, nomadic Mero dolphin riders, skeletons, and zombies could be encountered. The PCs could also be caught up in one of the many fish raids the Sharkkin and Mero make on Trasar. Once characters have magic weapons, they could be sent to investigate an increase in undead sightings along the Kalatar border. Investigating the undead eventually points to Kalatar Castle and Baron Kaksha. The PCs could dramatically reveal Kaksha as a Velia at the royal court in Mystara. Kaksha assumes water current form and escapes. The PCs find a hidden crypt of Kaksha's that reveals his encounter with hissing fiend, Saskas the Destroyer. The PCs are then asked to gather support throughout the sunlit sea, to organize an army to resist an impending devilfish invasion. The PCs get to control a Triton battalion against the devilfish. When the tide of battle turns in the Tritons' favor, Actonius urges them to equip themselves to journey to the cold, dark bottom of the sea heartland of the devilfish, called the Abyss. There the PCs defeat the High Matriarch, and find enough information to travel through the seafloor gate to Saska's home plane. Alternately, the PCs may have reservations about serving Actonius. When confronted by Mero or Sharkkin, they hear their side of the story and consider Actonius to be the problem. Removing Actonius from power is no easy task. He is probably too powerful to be defeated in combat, and he has strong support from the patriotic Tritons of Trasar to avoid a citizen's vote to oust him. An agent in Trasar, like the nymph Nuala, could contact the PCs and provide hints how to change Actonius's focus from the Sharkkin to the undead and the devilfish. In this campaign, the PCs are given similar missions by Nuala, who in turn serves Baroness Marcir of Klahars, who is Queen Tarovra's closest ally. If the PCs can reveal to Actonius that Kaksha is a Velia serving Saskas the Destroyer, perhaps he will start to focus on the real enemy. He may even relent on his Sharkkin vengeance, if the PCs can convince the Sharkkin to aid the war effort against the devilfish. This concludes our look at the powerful Triton cleric of Manwara and Baron of Trasar, Actonius.